Good morning and welcome to another video. Doris was out early this morning and pressed into action. She had a rather important job to do first thing, which was to go and collect McDonald's breakfast. Well, it is Sunday, so I thought why not? It was nice to get her out the garage and have a little drive. She needed to come out the garage actually because I need to bring something through the garage out to the front of the house, which is not going to be particularly easy to do with her there. So I got her out the garage. I'll show you more on that in a moment. Did what I needed to do and then put her away again. But yeah, it was nice to go for a little spin in Doris. There was a guy up at the McDonald's in a Fiesta, I think it was. Yeah, an early Fiesta. Gave me a little beep and a wave as well, which was always good. But yeah, just going to put Doris away now, and I will show you a bit more in just a moment. And these two little beauties had their hair cut on Saturday. Look at them, they look absolutely gorgeous. That's Coco and Darcy. So one of the jobs I wanted to do over the weekend was to get the driveway all scraped and swept. I use an old scraper that's taped to a decorator's pole just to scrape any weeds away that are there and give it a good old sweep up. So I got that job done, and I also managed to get my hanging basket out the front. This is why I needed Doris out the way. It's blooming heavy this, and Stacey at work gave me this basket and we've recently filled it and got it all ready to come out the front. As you can see, all nicely swept. I did clean off the window ledges as well because they were a bit mucky. And I don't know where this little duck come from, but he's quite at home there, so I gave him a little dust off as well. Next job on the agenda was to get the hedge in the back garden trimmed. This was getting a little bit overgrown, so I've got that all trimmed back now. I did find when I was cleaning up the clippings, there seemed to be a lot of ladybird larvae around. So I'm hoping that they all come to fruition and eat all of the green fly and black fly I've got appearing in the garden at the moment. Fingers crossed on that one. Oh dear, it looks like I'm going to need to throw the ball a few times. Coco's down here waiting for me. But the other job I wanted to do was to get this squirrel-proof bird feeder down and cleaned. Yeah, it needs a good clean up, so I'm going to take that down, see how far apart it comes for a clean up. I'm going to tip all the old seed into this house brick and just leave that on the lawn. I do find that a lot of the floor feeding birds will quite often come down and have a look around on the lawn to see what I've got. So I will sometimes chuck a handful of seed out there, or in this case we're going to unscrew the bird feeder and just empty out what's in there, and I should get it all cleaned up and put in fresh food. So this one contains peanuts, bird seed, and also fat balls. And I wasn't aware at first. When I looked at this, I didn't think that these centre bits actually come out, but I was quite surprised to see that you can actually twist them and take the feeders out of the main cage completely, which is very handy. So I managed to do that. I got a hot bucket of soapy water and just basically got everything ready to put in soak. The plan was we were going over to Maidstone to visit a shop for half an hour or so. So I thought I'd leave this into soak whilst I'm away, and then when I come back I can give it all a good clean up. So I'm just digging out all of the old bits of seed that are sort of stuck in the bottom here, just to get everything all freed up so that I can twist these feeders out. But it was in a little bit of a mess, so I'm really pleased that I managed to get this all sorted now. It's a lovely feeder, and it does obviously stop the really big birds and the squirrels from just getting in there and just going right through the seed and pulling everything out, which is quite frustrating. I used to get through so much bird food, and now it's a bit more sensible. Oh, there's a couple of mouldy bits there actually, we're just going to throw them away. But all the stuff that can be used, I will do so. Just leave it on the floor for the squirrel and the pigeons. So there we go, that's all stripped. There's my hot bucket of water. I'm just going to stick everything into soak, and then when I come back later after visiting the shop, we give it all a good scrub up and a good clean and dry it all off thoroughly. So there we go, fully assembled, nicely cleaned and dried off, all fresh food in there. I did put a camera on this to hopefully get some footage of the birds feeding on it, but of course whenever I get the camera out you very rarely see any birds come near it. The moment I put it away, it was a hive of activity, of course. See you in the next one. All the very best. Thanks ever so much for joining me. See you now. Bye bye.